Assalamu alaikum, students of class ninth and 10th. This lecture is important for both classes. Students, I'm your teacher, Sir Muhammad Riaz. Today's lecture about very important branch of mathematics, trigonometry. Some people pronounce this trigonometry. Do you know what is trigonometry? Yes. Can anyone recall what is trigonometry? Yes, students. Trigonometry, the first part of the trigonometry, tri means three. Gono mean corner and metry means measurement. So the branch of mathematics trigonometry is defined as the measurement of three corner shapes, especially a right angle triangle. Students, tell me, any one of you recall what is a right angle triangle? Yes, yes, good. Well, a triangle which has one angle of 90 degree. Okay. Now tell me, what do you know about three sides of a right angle triangle? I mean, how can you identify the three sides of a right angle triangle? Yes, the first side is hypotenuse, longest side of opposite to right angle, longest side of a right angle triangle opposite to right angle is called hypotenuse. Yes, the other side, good. The base is the side adjacent to the acute angle. Good. Side adjacent to the acute angle. Acute angle is the angle which is less than 90 degree. The angle which is less than 90 degree. And the third side is perpendicular. Yes, good. The third side perpendicular, the side opposite to the acute angle which is less than 90 degree acute angle. Now students, how do we define the different types of angles? Some important angles which are necessary for a right angle triangle. Yes, students. Acute angle. Angle whose measure is between 0 and 90 degree. Mean angle less than 90 degree is called acute angle. The second one is type of angle is obtuse angle whose measure is between 90 and 180 degree. Angle whose measure is between 90 and 180 means greater than 90 and less than 180 degree. Good. Yes. The other important angle is 90 degree angle, a right angle, angle that Measures is exactly 90 degree, oftenly, oftenly represented by a small square. Yes, these are three very important angles commonly used. Now, students, solution of right angle triangle. For a right angle triangle, what do you remember about the relationship between the sides of right angled triangle? Yes, students, anyone? Can you hear me? If you hear me, tell me, what do you remember about the relationship between the sides of a right angle triangle? Yes, good. Pythagorean theorem, find out the relation between sides of a right angle triangle. This theorem, discovered in 600 BC, means 600 years before Christ. हजरत ईसा से भी 600 साल पहले ये डिस्कवर हुआ and used commonly in mathematics, geometry. Anybody tell me what is Pythagorean theorem? Good. Pythagorean theorem, hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. Yes, good. The other important relation between the sides of a right angle triangle represented by trigonometric ratios. The relation of the angles of a right angled triangle to the ratios of its side lengths called trigonometric ratios. I mean, trigonometric ratios, actually the relationship between sides and angles of a right angle triangle. The next, there are three main trigonometric ratios, three main primary trigonometric ratios, and three their reciprocals. Now, the first trigonometric ratio, we learn it by a simple formula some people have. Some people have mean S of sum represent S of sum represent sine theta, people P perpendicular, and have H mean hypotenuse. So sine theta is equals to perpendicular over hypotenuse. Some people have BC over AC. Now the second trigonometric ratio, cos theta, curly brown hair. You have you have already learned in previous class. Cos theta base over hypotenuse. The third main trigonometric ratio, through proper brushing formula, tangent theta is equals to perpendicular over base, perpendicular over base. These are the three main trigonometric ratios. Reciprocal of these three main primary trigonometric ratios, reciprocal of sine theta, cosecant theta. Cosecant theta, reciprocal of sine is called cosecant theta, which is equals to hypotenuse over perpendicular, and the reciprocal of cos theta base over hypotenuse, the reciprocal of cos is secant theta. Secant theta is equals to hypotenuse over base, which is actually equal to the Meyer's sides of the AC over AB. Now the third reciprocal of tangent theta is cotangent theta. The reciprocal of tangent is cotangent. The reciprocal of tangent is cot theta is equals to base over perpendicular. Now, the other important thing is that sign of trigonometric ratios in different quadrants. Sign of trigonometric ratios in different quadrants. We will find the signs of trigonometric ratios by different methods. Here we will discuss a few methods. Method number 1. As you know, cos theta depends upon x-axis. So in 4 quadrants, sine of x-axis is the sine of cos theta, which means x-axis कार्टेशियन प्लेन में जो x एक्सिस के साइन होंगे फर्स्ट, सेकंड, थर्ड, फोर्थ क्वाड्रेंट में वही cos थीटा के साइंस होंगे. As you know, sin theta depends upon y-axis. So in all quadrants, sine of y-axis is the sine of sin theta. Means sin theta depends upon y-axis of the Cartesian plane. So the sine of y-axis in 4 quadrants or the sine of sin theta in all quadrants. Tangent theta depends upon the sine of cos theta and sin theta by using formula tangent theta is equals to sine over cos. क्वाड्रेंट 1 में जो साइन और कॉस के साइंस हैं हम उन्हें टेंजेंट थीटा इस फार्मूला में यूज करेंगे और हमारे पास टेंजेंट के साइन आ जाएंगे. इसके अलावा टेबल आपके सामने स्क्रीन पर शो हो रहा है, उसके अंदर तमाम ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिक रेशियोज के साइंस मौजूद हैं. नेक्स्ट अब देखें मेथड 2. मेथड 2 हमने एक एक्रोनिम यूज किया था. वी आल्सो फाइंड द साइंस इन 4 quadrants using acronym ASTC. ASTC mean A is the first letter of the ASTC, which means first quadrant signs, and S mean the second letter, which means the sign. T tangent mean third quadrant T, and C mean fourth quadrant letter C. So here the acronym add sugar to coffee.